Welcome to Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Brian Slattery.
and I'm Stacey Manning. Jury selection has begun in a libel case filed by Superior Court Judge Ola Lewis against media strategist Ed Rapp. In 2010, Rapp posted commentaries in an online forum. He claimed there was probable cause for disciplining Lewis for violating the state's Code of Judicial Conduct. He was unhappy she was openly campaigning for candidates in a Republican primary. Lewis responded by filing the libel lawsuit in April 2010. The case is scheduled to continue Wednesday morning at the courthouse.
An Ocean Isle Beach man has been charged with 6 counts of third-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Enrico Milazzo, 46, of Anger Street, Ocean Isle Beach, turned himself into the sheriff's office on Friday, January 18th. The warrants say Milazzo possessed material containing a visual representation of a minor younger than 18 engaging in sexual activity. At press time, he was under a $30,000 secured bond at the Brunswick County Detention Center.
A father and his 16-year-old son have both been charged with second-degree murder in the baseball bat beating that killed a Brunswick County man. Ryan Harrelson and his father, Boyd Harrelson Jr., along with Nicholas Smith, 21, have been charged with second-degree murder. On New Year's Day, Hartford Sellers was taken to the hospital where he later died from injuries. He was hurt during a fight on Farm Meadows Drive in Leland. The fight included the use of baseball bats. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to contact Lieutenant Donna Simpson at 253-2777. Brunswick County's first fatal crash of the year has claimed the life of 56-year-old Don Bryant of Shallotte. He was involved in a one-vehicle wreck on North Mulberry Street on January 15th. According to North Carolina Highway Patrol, Bryant's vehicle rolled over several times, trapping him inside. Alcohol and excessive speed may be factors. The street was closed for about 2 hours while emergency crews cleared the scene.
Area law enforcement officers, friends, and family gathered last Saturday to mourn the unexpected loss of Kyle Jones. He was a detective with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office and was a 19-year lawman. Hundreds gathered to say their final goodbyes. The service included a 21-gun salute, a sprawling funeral procession that shut down both directions of US 17, and a moving memorial service. For more on the service, pick up this week's Beacon.
A new legislative session of the North Carolina General Assembly begins in Raleigh on January 30th. Brunswick County Representative Frank Eiler will serve as chairman of the House Transportation Committee and vice chair of the Transportation Appropriations Subcommittee. He will also serve on committees for appropriations, education, election law, and environmental regulation reform. Eiler said goals include finding better ways to pay for road and bridge maintenance as well as new construction projects. More tolls on urban loops and high occupancy toll lanes are a possible new revenue source. Calabash Mayor Mary Knight has been under fire for spending town money. Now she's speaking out about her expenses. She has provided the Beacon with a copy of expenses from December 2010 to December 2012. They total more than $3,000 and include travel expenses for attending out-of-town meetings, furniture for her office, and meals. At the board's January 8th meeting, Knight said she heard one charge after another that she didn't use proper procedure when costs were taken out of the town's building fund. Details of the expenditures are inside this week's Beacon.
Timing has delayed Sunset Beach Island streetscape improvements. At their monthly meeting January 7th, council members considered a request for design proposals. Estimated costs are $163,000 for landscaping and $350,000 to $400,000 for hardscape work like paving. Estimated expenses are not in the town's current budget. Finance Director Donna Rogers said auditors and the Local Government Commission questioned her when she does a budget amendment on such expenditures. Council has indicated it will revisit the streetscape issue at its upcoming annual retreat on February 19th.
Some Leland business owners don't like the town's plan to change its sign ordinance. At last Thursday night's monthly town meeting, several people spoke up against the plan. Planning Director Robert Waring said if the new ordinance is approved, all non-conforming wall and ground signs must be brought into compliance within 5 years or be removed. E.G. Dale, owner of a pair of Village Road shopping centers, said he has been in Leland since 1951 and doesn't see the point of the ordinance. He said people riding 60 miles an hour down the road want signs that they can see.
Leland is moving forward with plans for its Cultural Arts Center. The town bought an unfinished 18,000 square foot building at 1212 Magnolia Village Way in 2010. Plans call for a stage and auditorium for public events and rooms for woodworking, pottery arts, classrooms, and a gallery. If approved, a one-time renovation would cost about $1.5 million, with the budget remodeling set to be finished by July 2014.
Ahead of Monday's Martin Luther King Jr. Day observation, Superior Court Judge Ola Lewis hosted a County King recognition on January 16th. Assistant District Attorney Quentin McGee encouraged attendees to remember the legend, the message, and the dream embodied by Dr. King. The event included the Sheriff's Office Honor Guard, musical tributes from County Commissioner's Clerk Deb Gore, and Adam Lassiter of the Clerk of Court's Office. Speakers also included Moses Stanley, Superintendent Ed Pruden, and Clerk of Court Jim McCallum. Angela Metz, BCC Liaison to the Early College High School, and Shallotte Attorney Ryan Smithwick also spoke. Find all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. The West Brunswick varsity boys basketball team overcame a sluggish start offensively and rallied for a 57-47 victory over rival South Brunswick on January 18th in Shallotte. West played in front of a near-capacity crowd and mustered only one field goal in the first quarter. South built an early 6-point advantage in the Waccamaw 2A-3A Conference Showdown. Gray Cheers was the game's leading scorer with 18 points. His fellow backcourt mate, O.J. Hill, finished with 13. Nick Napolitano is among 3 Wingate University football athletes named to the 2012 Don Hanson All-Super Region 2 teams. He is a redshirt sophomore defensive lineman and a third-team selection. In his first season as a starter, the West Brunswick graduate led Wingate with 11.5 tackles for loss and 7.5 quarterback sacks. He led the SAC in quarterback sacks. Local riders competed in a National Barrel Horse Association event January 12th in Lumberton. Aubrey Davis, 9, and her horse Karma took first place in the Pee Wee division and first place in the 4D Youth division. Davis's instructor and trainer, Carter Hewitt of Oneley Stables, also rode her horse, Captain, in the competition. Read all these stories and see more great photos in this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with volunteer Amy Crane, and we're in the cat room today, the feline pavilion room, I believe is what they call it.
Yep.
And Amy, who do you have here today?
This is Orlean. She came in on the 30th as a stray, that'd be November 30th. She is just a sweetheart. She's about 2 years old. She doesn't want to be put down on the floor. She would be a great lab cat. Loved and petted. She hasn't, see, as you can tell, she just loves everybody.
She is a doll baby.
She is. She would be great, I believe she would be great with children. She hasn't shown any aggressive tendencies or anything.
Well, she's just one of the many cats and kittens and dogs and puppies available for adoption out here at the shelter. And they are open 6 days a week. So come on out. They would love to see you. The pets would love to see you because they're all seeking great new homes. And the shelter staff here is wonderful, and they would welcome y'all to come on out and visit with all the animals and find your new forever friend. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
Get ready for fun and games in Vegas. The Shallotte Rotary Club is having its 8th annual Las Vegas night from 6 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, January 26th, with an array of food and Vegas-style games. It will take place at the County Realtors Building at 101 Stone Chimney Road in Supply. There are lots of prizes up for grabs, including a free week stay for 2 in Las Vegas. Tickets are selling for $65 donation each. For tickets, call 755-7557 or visit ShalotRotaryClub.com.
The Carolina Master Chorale and Mason Memorial Choir will perform Hearts of Passion for A Gospel Valentine at 4 p.m. Saturday, February 9th. It's at Seaside United Methodist Church in Sunset Beach. Tickets are $20 for adults, $15 for seniors, and $5 for students. Tickets can be purchased at Seashore Drugs in Calabash, the North Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce, or online at carolinamasterchorale.com or call 843-444-5774.
Skip Witkowski, owner of Skip's Truck Tire Service in Leland, has been Kris Kringle, the Easter Bunny, and Superman at New Hanover Pediatric Hospital for more than a decade. During the holidays, he had Police Chief Mike James, Mayor Brenda Bozeman, and Councilwoman Martha Curry help deliver bags full of toys to Nunley Pediatric Specialty Clinic. He also raises funds to provide assistance including raffles, horse shows, and t-shirt sales. This year, he raised $1,000 by refurbishing a 1950s-style toy pedal car. It was adorned with donor names. Thank you cards from the recipients are available to view online at dare2care4children.com.
It's Super Bowl Saturday this weekend. The South Brunswick Islands Women's Club is having its 4th annual fundraiser from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, January 26th. It's in the Fellowship Hall at Shalot Presbyterian Church. For a $15 per ticket donation, attendees will receive a bowl handcrafted by a local potter, along with a serving of soup prepared by one of several participating eateries and cooks. All proceeds support the hungry within the community. Advanced ticket purchases from one of the club members is highly recommended. Limited tickets are available, and the club can't guarantee any will be sold at the door. For inquiries, call 209-1847.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only TV news show. We close out this week's show with images and video from an area high school student performing at a recent coffee house session.